What is going on, everyone? We're live here, Superboard Sunday, back at it with another solo playthrough. It's going to be it's a playthrough that you can play along with if you're watching this later or live. I bet some of you are watching it a little bit later. But it's a game that you can play completely solo, but also along with somebody, and I'll get to that in a little bit. This is Rolling Realms. Here's the box. It's Stonemaier Games. Designed by Jamey Stegmaier. The coolest part about this is it was kind of developed during the pandemic, the start of. I won't mention the P word much often, but it was developed at the start to kind of give everyone something to do, play together over Zoom, things like that. And it kind of turned into a real game about a year or two after that. So it's a pretty cool product. The initial design of it is pretty cool how it became a thing. So we're going to get into it. I'll kind of explain the rules as we go along. There's plenty of, I believe Jamey does at least one full game a week on his YouTube channel, so you can check that out and also play along with him. But and I'm going to be using some of the promo cards, which we'll get to in a second. But essentially, this game has a number of basically game boards in the form of cards, and these are all of the Stonemaier properties so far. And they also have some promos out, which I've pre-selected 3. There are also 3 more promos as well that you can grab as promo packs. So we'll talk about these later, but for now we'll get to these during our game. So how the games work is you're going to be picking 3 of these realms to play in, and then that's going to be one game. You're going to score it up, and then there'll be 2 more games following that. So essentially, you'll be using 9 realms throughout your whole game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick the 3. We're gonna pick some at random, but also I'm gonna seed in some promos. So we have a Feast for Odin promo. We have a Smitten, which we might get a chance to play that. Here's Smitten. This came with to celebrate Stonemaier's anniversary. They gave a free game of Smitten. Now we might get to that in a little bit. We also have Honey Buzz. I've never played Honey Buzz or this realm, so it'll be a learning experience for everybody. So essentially, what we're going to do is these will be in each games 1, 2, and 3. I will flip these over because I'm going to put 2 more on top at random, and then we'll get of each of these, and then we're going to get to them. And then if you have these, you can play along with at home. And if you don't, that's all right too. Just hopefully kind of gives you a way to understand how the game plays. Very easy to play game. And for solo, there is a whole other mode you can play that's separate from this game itself. But essentially, you're playing kind of through a mini golf course of predetermined holes or realms in this case. So I'm going to put 2... Got 3 down, so these are our pre-selected realms. Actually, we don't have to shuffle these because we know what they are. But essentially, we will do these 3 first. We're going to be doing Charterstone, Pendulum, and a Feast for Odin. Now, how this game works is we're going to be rolling 2 dice, and they're for everyone to use. You have to use them on separate realms unless you're given an option to do otherwise through some other rule. This little score tracker here is also a dice tracker. So every time I roll, I'll write the numbers here, and those are the numbers you're going to use amongst 2 different realms here. And then as you unlock things like pumpkins or stars or hearts or coins, you'll be able to cross off some of these and be able to make some adjustments. You can use pumpkins to adjust 1 die. You can use 3 pumpkins to, let's get that back in focus. There you go. You can use 3 pumpkins to adjust. I'll learn how to do this better. You're good. Just keep in there. You can use 3 pumpkins to adjust. I'll just read it from here. It's fine. 3 pumpkins to adjust a die. +1, -1. You may use it in a realm that you've already used, so there's a way to use your pumpkins there. If you have 2 hearts, you can spend them to roll a dice. If the rolled dice are a pair, you can gain a die of that value, and you have to use that die on the other realm. You can gain a die of the same value as either rolled die. If you spend 3 hearts, coins, if the sum of the rolled dice is a 7, you can gain the same die as either value rolled. And then you can spend any number of coins to equal that number of die. So if you spend 3 coins, you can use that as a 3 in another realm. So basically, the only way you can use another realm, or you can use the same realm twice, is by spending some pumpkins. So that's kind of how that works out. Let's get into these and how we do it. So like I said, we're going to be rolling some dice. We're going to be writing them down here and then using them over here. So how do you use dice here in Charterstone? So in Charterstone, either use a number to mark a building and gain a resource, then note the other rolled die in the crate. That die remains available for another realm, or mark all crates matching the number. So essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be crossing off and writing something down here. So in this one, it's kind of it kind of goes against the rule a little bit. So you can either use a number to mark a building. So if we rolled this right here, a 4 and a 3, I could cross out this 4, and then I could put a 3 right here. So if I put a 3 there, the 4 here, I would get, I would gain a heart because I rolled a 4 and a 3. And then on the die that remains available, though that die remains available for another one, or mark all matching crates matching the number. So essentially, you're using the 1 die here. So if I rolled the 4, I cross the 4 out, put a 3 here, and then I'm looking to get more 3s here, and then I get 1 star per marked crate with a number noted on it. So I can cross out, if I roll a few more 3s and they're all 3s here, I can use a 3 again to mark all crates matching that number. So boom, 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 that'd be 3. I mark 3 crates, or 3 stars here. At the end of the game, you want to get the most stars. Feast for Odin, very thematic to the game. You are using a number to fill in an unused shape on the island. Mark the shape when it's used. So obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has some shapes. 1 and 2 only have 1 shape, so you're only using that once. Or you can use a 6 for any shape. Don't mark it used. You can rotate and flip it. You gain the benefits used. So there are little stars in the realms here, or in the islands here. So those are ways to gain some stars. But also you gain stars by filling each shape, by filling each indicated square, which are the ones here, and 1 per completed island. So there's 3 islands, ability to gain 3 stars, and there's 3 stars on those islands. So it's an easy way to pick up a few quick stars. But then you're going to have to kind of work to get these in here. So completing islands is a good thing, but 3, 4, and 5 have multiple shapes to use, and obviously using a 6 is you can use any shape and you don't mark it as used. So that's pretty good. Last but not least is Pendulum. We have either outline an octagon with any number, do not gain the benefit, or mark a specific number in an hourglass, then gain the contents of all outline octagons when completing an hourglass. Let me read that one more time. So either outline an octagon with any number, and you don't gain the benefit. So you just, if I roll this 4 and 3, I can just say, I'm going to mark this number, or you mark a specific number in an hourglass and gain the contents of all outline octagons when completing it. So you're basically looking to get completing these. So if any number can outline this, and then if I come back with a 6, I can mark the number off and gain everything that's here. So it's a really way to get more points here. But I have to fill these up. But you're marking a specific number, so you can't use that number again. And we'll kind of get to that as we play. And at the end of the round, this is 1 round. At the end of the round, we're going to count up all the stars we get, as well as points here. Everything here is a decimal place, so it's a point something. So say I get a full, it'll never happen, but say I get 18 here, and I have maybe 2 hearts, a coin, and a pumpkin, I would get 0.234, so I'd have 18.4 points, and that's kind of how you go on, and that's kind of the tiebreakers, having some things left over, which is good if you don't use them. So I'm going to be using the Wingspan Dice Tower because I happen to have it handy from my last playthrough. Hope you get a chance to check it out. The Wingspan Asia playthrough I've done 2 solo plays. Obviously, more to come. I'm going to start blending them in with the other expansions coming up here, so that'll be pretty sweet. But for now, let's get to some I was gonna say some Charterstone, but let's get to some Rolling Realms. Very quick to play game, and you can play along too if you have these expansions. All of the promos, like the Feast for Odin one, and the other ones we'll get to, are going to be available on the Stonemaier Games websites. Very cheap, and it's super cool that they're kind of going outside the box, almost literally, playing a different game or having a different game as your as a promo. So there's some other ones here that we'll get to in a little bit. Let's get the roll. The first roll of the game is 6 and a 2, and you can write these in any order. I'm just going to write them as I say them, but you're going to put a 6 and a 2 here. You need to use 1 die somewhere and 1 die somewhere else, and obviously gaining those pumpkins, those stars, and those hearts and coins all throughout the game. So a 6 is very good because a 6 I can use for any shape here in a Feast for Odin. And maybe I would put the 2 here to start gaining some stuff here. So maybe with this 2, I'm going to go ahead and outline this octagon. It says, outline an octagon with any number. Do not gain the benefit or mark a specific number. So in order to get these, I need to basically fill all 3 of these. So I'm kind of working towards that. So let's try to get an early star on the board here. And with that 6, I do want to put it down here, but I'm trying to figure out what shape is good for everything here. And you're kind of taking into account a lot of these shapes. So I might do, and you can use these shapes again. It's when you're using a 6 in Feast for Odin, you can use it any shape without crossing it off, which is sweet. And a 6 here is good. A 6 will get me a coin there, but I think this is where I want to stick around. I mean, I might just use it as a 1 to get this star here, but I'm trying to figure out what other things I can do with it. You know what? I'm going to do this, and it might, yeah, I think it'll still be fine. I'm going to use it as this 5 number right here. So I'm going to make this square, and you can flip it and everything too, but I'm kind of taking it as it is here. So you fill in an unused shape on one island, mark the shape as used, except in the event of a 6, you don't mark it used. Gain the benefits from the square. So I get 1 coin, and I already get 1 star, so I'm on the board a little bit. You just kind of circle these as you get them. You can cross them out as you use them or erase them. But that's our first round. Round 2. Or not round 2, roll 2. You get a 1 and a 2. So 1 and a 2. Again, I could use this here and start to, fill these up. I mean, it seems like a nice, easy way to get some points. And then maybe the 2 over here to start getting some pumpkins, being able to use some other dies in different realms here. So I might, but if I use the 2 there, I'd have to put a 1 here, meaning I'm kind of pushing towards making 1s a thing. So maybe I'll do that. Let me just try that out for size. So I'm gonna do this other star here in Pendulum. So that was me using the 2, or sorry, the 1. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna use it as the 2, and then as the 1, or sorry, as the 2, I'm gonna cross off because you use the other number. Let me make this right here. So you use the other number, as in, use a number to mark a building and gain the resource, and then you put the 1 that you don't use here. So in this case, it doesn't really matter because I'm going for the same reward, but I'm going to use the 2 and just say I use the 1 here. So I've used that. It gets me a pumpkin. And then I put the 1 here. Now the 1 can be used somewhere else is what this is saying. So, but next time I roll 1s, I can come here, and if I roll 1, I can just cross this off and get a star. So I'm kind of wanting to put some more 1s down here to make that turn a little more, make it a little more paid out a little more. All right, next one. There's a 1. So we got a 4 and a 1 for roll number 3. So let's see what we got going on here. I could start working towards filling this one out. That would be nice. A 4 would give me a pretty decent selection of shapes here. So maybe I can go for that. But But if I do the 4 here, I can do a 1 somewhere else. Let me do this. I'm going to try the 4 here. I'm going to get a heart. Also, remember, I could adjust the die here. But I'm going to try to do some math. So I got to do this. I'm going to use the 4, which means the other die here is a 1. And I got to use the 1 somewhere else here. I'm going to cross this out here. Start working towards filling this pendulum up. I think that's a pretty good move. And we're a third way through the game, so I got to start getting some points. So that is that move, and I got a heart for that. So now I have 1 of each. Can't do anything with the hearts just yet. Oh, I do need 2 pumpkins to do the adjusting of the die. And I can also gain a 1 anywhere sometimes. So that might be good somewhere maybe around here where I'm looking for this 1 here that is like just a 1 square shape. Let's roll it again. We get a 3 and a 5. So 3 and a 5. The 3 would help here for sure. 5s are always good shapes in this. So perhaps I will do the 3 here. Yeah, I'm gonna do the 3 there, so I can just cross it out. And a 5 is a good block. I'm gonna flip this and do this number here. So because I've used the shape and it was a 5, I got to cross it out. So the next time I roll a 5, I can't use this shape. But I did use it here with a 6, because a 6 you can use any shape. But I do get all these goodies. So I do get another star. And I get 1 of each. I get a pumpkin, a heart, and a coin. So pumpkin, heart, coin. Now I can use anything. I could even right now. I don't know how the dice here work when it comes to this specific one, because I'm gaining 1 die. So I'm not going to, because I'd like to use a 1, but for down here. So I don't know how that works when it comes to Charterstone. But I can now adjust the die by 1, get a 1 or a 2 anywhere, as well as if I roll a pair, I can gain a die of that value. So I've got some good stuff going on here, and we're looking pretty good. I could gain a star right now. I could actually use this to gain a 2 right now, but I might wait 1 more turn, and I'll show you why after this roll. Another 3 and a 5. So here's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Oh, and I can't use it on the other one. So maybe it takes a couple more turns for this to reap some benefits, but I kind of want to outline 1 more of these, and then maybe next turn use these coins to kind of empty this and get some more stuff. I'm going to do this. I don't know what number I'm going to use it on, but I am going to circle this pumpkin and coin right now. And then I'm going to see what is available to me as far as numbers. I kind of abandoned Charterstone, and I thought I was going to use it a lot, but regardless, I'm going to do. I only need some low numbers here. It's not like I need anything crazy. So 1. How's that 5 looking? It'd be a 1, 2. So I can't use that. I'd have to use a 3. Actually, this 3 I can fill this island. So I'm going to use. So this would be me using the 5, and I'll use the 3 here to do this, and this island is finished, and I'm going to get a heart for that, and I'm also going to get a star because this island is finished. So that's that. We got a star, got the heart, good to go there. I could again. Since I've used 5 here, I can't use this 2 right now here. But it's going to happen. One second. So that's fine. And now we will roll the dice again for round 6. We got 2 4s. So I could just off the bat, I have 2 hearts. I could use, if I rolled a pair, I can gain a value. I can gain that die somewhere else. by spending 3 hearts, which I think is good. But I can also gain a die of this. Oh, it's the same thing. So if I use 2 hearts, I can get 1, which is pretty decent. So I might go ahead and do that. But I have to be able to use it somewhere else. So I've already used the 4 on this, so I can't use the 4 here. I haven't used the 4 here, which is nice. It might give me some options here. 4, and then the 4 here would be good. I'm going to do the 4 here on this one. And the other 4 I'm going to use here. I'm not sure how to use the other 4 here. I think you just put the other rolled dice. Then note the other roll die. So I wonder how, I'm not sure how it really works in Charterstone. You just pick any of the die here. That I think that's the case. But for here, I will kind of fill an island here. This might be the way to go. Use the other 4 here to get us a heart, a pumpkin. And I can use this now. I can use these 3 in a realm that I've used something before by adding plus or minus 1 to a die, which might be good. Let's do that now. So I'm going to use these 3 to make this die a plus. Make one of the die a 5, and it said I can use it on another realm I've used this turn. So I'm going to also use it on this, which because this is filled means I can get the rewards here and get maybe I can get 1. I get 2 stars. So I'm going to grab a pumpkin, grab a coin, and 2 stars. Gain the contents of all outline octagons when completed. When completing an hourglass, score a star. So I get a star and 2 stars. Is that really it? Score stars for each outline octagon. Okay, so I want to have... So I got that, and now I just have to cash in these 2 hourglass before going away. So that's going to be that. I had a bunch of these. I could use... Some of the roll dice, the 7 isn't, but I can gain another die somewhere, but I'm going to continue on. 3 more rolls. 1 and a 5. And we're going to do this. I already know what I want. I want to put at least this 5 to get a coin and do a 1 here. So now if I come back and get a 1, that's 3 stars right off the rip. And then a 5 would be good. Kind of nowhere, but I'd have to adjust. I can't adjust it. Oh, I can adjust it here. So that's fine. I could make it I can make it a 4, which would help me out here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to use this pumpkin to make that 5 a 4, and do this this number here, or do this this realm, the Feast for Odin realm. I don't know what way just yet. The easy thing to do is this. Obviously, I think it's the only thing I can do actually. Yes, it's the only thing I can do. Is this, which gives me a coin and a heart. I haven't used these yet. I should start using these for something. Could spend 3 to gain a die. Oh, it would be the same value of either rolled, so I can't really... Well, I guess I could use that here. May as well. So, do I want to do that right now? Because I could use that and just put it here and get something, later. Let me do that. I'm going to cross 3 out. And I'll just get... It doesn't matter. I'll use a 5. I'm going to use it here. Like, I don't get that yet until I cash out. So, that was that. 2 more rolls. Ooh, 4s. That won't help me much. I have 2 hearts, so I can use a 4 here, which I've already used. I could use 1 4 here and 1 4. I can't really use a 4 there. I'd have to. I must use the value of the 2 die. Let's see what it says if you can't. Because there is a thing if you can't. Haven't played in a min. If you cannot use a die as rolled in any realm, you may instead gain a resource. This rarely happens, and the rule is intended to soften the blow of missing out on something, so that's fine. Because I might just start using these now. I have 5 of these, so I might use. There's only one more roll after this, so this is kind of getting tight. I would like a 6 and a 1. But in order to do that, I'm going to take one of those 4s, since I've already used it, as a coin. That gives me 6 coins. This is a very weird way to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'll use these 6 coins to make a 6, which is this one, and then this will kind of cash this stuff out. So I'll get 2 more stars, as well as 2 coins. So I get 2 coins out of the deal. And a heart. I kind of crossed these out instead of these ones, but bear with me on that. And a pumpkin. Easy. I have one more 4 to use. I've already used a die here. So I have to use this here or here, and I can't. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend one of these coins again. Make a 1. I'm going to put this 1 here. And that's going to get me a star, because I've just enclosed a star. So it's up to me to use a number here. I only have a 1. It would have to, the rolled die would have to be this one. So it would get me a pumpkin. But I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use it to. I'm going to grab a coin for that. So I didn't even use any of these dice. But that's fine. I kind of use these, which is fine. Now let's see what we got. 5 and a 6. Last roll of this round. We got a 5 and a 6. I'd like a 2. I can get a 2 actually. That's actually very good. I'm gonna ignore this now. I'm gonna focus on this, which I can't really get any more stars out of this. I got 3 hearts, gain the die of the same value, so it's not really helpful there. But the 6 I can use any shape, which is very good for this actually. It would actually let me complete an island, which is nice. So the 6 I'm going to use here. I wasn't able to cash anything out on Charterstone, which is kind of a bummer. But with the 6, I'm going to use a 3. Because again, with a 6, you can use any shape. I'm going to use it as this 3 right here. That'll get me a coin and a pumpkin. I don't think it wrap. I don't think pumpkins wrap. I just want to. I mean, might wrap in the streets, but I'm talking about in here. If pumpkins can wrap a number from a 6 to a 1. Nope. A 1 cannot be adjusted to 6 and vice versa. Standard rules. I'm just making sure we're on the same page. Me and Stonemeyer over there. So I used this one. I used the 6 here. I need to use the 5 somewhere else. I can only get it down to a 3 with my pumpkins. But I have 1, 2, 3 coins. Where's that 1 coming from? Oh, I used the one there. I crossed that out oddly, but I have 3 ones. I have 3 of these, so I can use 2 to do that and get those stars no problem. And then I got a 5 to deal with. I've already used a 5 there. So to start, I'm going to do the 2 coins. I still have 1 more coin. And I'm going to hit the pendulum there, get 2 stars. 2 more coins. I'll get me a pumpkin. And a heart. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hearts. That doesn't really help me. I do have 3 pumpkins, which I can adjust that 5 and use it in the same realm, which that actually might... That'll help me. So that'll at least help me with this, so I'll ignore this. So I'm going to use these 3 pumpkins to adjust this to a 6. And then I'm going to use it here to use the any shape, and I'll pick a 1. And I'll use that to square off that, which is my last completed island. It gets me a pumpkin. So not bad. I didn't get anything really good out of this besides some resources, but c'est la vie. So let's score these up. So you just score up the stars. So I have 6, 12, and then I have, you do points here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 12.8 on round 1. What you do here is I'll put these aside for now. Then you just come here and you erase just the scoring part. Any suitable eraser will do, but they came with some sweet erasers here. Oh, and then obviously erase your resources. All right. So that was, again, Feast for Odin, Charterstone, and Pendulum. Coming up next, we have round 2. Grab these 3. And we have Wingspan, Honeybuzz, and Between Two Cities. I'm a fan of all of them. Between Two Cities just got a nice facelift in the Stone Miner store, I noticed, and it looks pretty sweet. But the Between Two Cities here is you got to fill a square. The same numbers can't be used orthogonally adjacent. Gain resources when completing a row or column. You basically fill in squares, like it says. You can't put a number here. The same number can't be touching, pretty much. And once you fill stuff, you get stuff. And you score stars equal to the lowest score. Ah, okay. You score stars equal to the lowest score of the other 2 realms. This score cannot be higher than the number of filled squares here. This one's a toughie. So you want the lowest score of these 2 realms, but you also want to have enough squares here. So you still want to be working on this in order to get points elsewhere. That's interesting. Wingspan. Fill a square with any number, left to right within each bird. Then gain the resources or star below the square. So you want these to be in ascending order. A left to right within each bird. Doesn't have to be in any order. And then if, in addition to stars gained by filling in the last square here, you will get 1 star per birds that are complete when the sum of these numbers add up to this. So you want kind of low numbers here and then middle and high numbers here. So when they add up, you complete the bird. If you hit it exactly, you get an extra star. And then for each last box here is a star that you can get. Honeybuzz, a game I've never played, but you got to in this realm, you're going to be marking a number. You don't gain mark a number. Where are the numbers? Oh, they're here. So you mark numbers here. They're kind of all laid out. There's 2 of each number, it looks like. I haven't played this realm. When all numbers surrounding a honey hex are marked, gain all the benefits adjacent to that honey hex. That's pretty good. So you want just to complete numbers around yellow hexes, and then you get the stuff. So working with, looks like some lower, it looks like a 4 is a good one to get. To get those, but you want you're getting the hexes here, not necessarily everything. So in the case of this, probably won't focus that well. But in case if I cross out this 1, this 2, and this 3, I would end up getting this 4 and this coin, and that's it. But if I end up getting this 4, this 3, I need to surround a bunch of these. So I need maybe this 4, 3, 1, 2, 5 would let me get all these sweet stuff. So it's working for big points here. And then you score stars as indicated. So there's 6 stars out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the other one? So there's 6 hexes here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only seeing 5 stars, or am I losing my mind? Score stars is indicated when surrounding honey hex, for sure. Can do. But where's the 6th hex? I'm only seeing. There's only 5 that you can get from this, but there's 6 stars here. Or have I absolutely lost it? Yeah. So there's only 5 stars you can get from here, which I don't know if I'm losing it, but it could still. We'll see what happens. We got this cleared up. We're gonna re-roll. Keep staring at it. Like another one will pop up in front of my face that I haven't seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Okay. And we're gonna go. We're gonna roll round 1 or round 2. Roll 1. We have a 4 and a 3. So we want to get some in here. We want to start filling some things here. We also want to fill here. I like where this 4 is at because it has 2 stars next to it. So maybe I might start off by doing the 4 here. Play the long game on Honey Buzz. I'm gonna do a 3 here. I want to try to make sure I'm always doing something, but we'll see what happens here. I got the 4 and the 3 done. I don't get anything yet there, and I don't get anything yet here. So this is a lot of dice management, this one, because you're not going to get a lot of these just yet off the bat. We got a 5 and a 3. I might do this 5 here. And maybe instead of doing it this here, I might do a 3 here. Oh, and I gain the resource for instantly, so I get 1 pumpkin for that. Boom. Got it. Roll number 3. A 4 and a 6. I can't really use them towards Honey Buzz, so I'll pause it there for now. The 4 there is not going to do me much good at the moment because that would add up to 7 and I'd lose the star for that. However, I could get this here. This would give me 1 star. We do the 6 here. I'll do the 4 here. And that's fine. Another 4 and a 6. So I could do the 6 here and get some stuff. Then I would get the rewards there. Then I would have to do the 4 somewhere else. I'm going to pause on that, and I'm going to do a 6 here, which gets me the pumpkin and a coin. I get to use a 4 somewhere else. So the 4 I'll use here on the 12. There's got to be left to right, which gets me another coin. This I could use. I think I will. Just to get an early head start on this again. I might make this into a 2 and cross this one off. Because now all I need is a 1 and a 3, which would get me some sweet stuff here. So that's my 4th roll. Well, 4 and a 6 again. Who's playing the lottery today? I might do... I can do some adjusting here. And I think I'll at least do... I'll adjust that 4 using 2 of these. Do a 3. So I can block, I can tick this one. And then I have to use this 6 somewhere. I want to use it maybe here or here. I might use it here to get a heart. And the 12. So I need to have a 2 there, which is fine. I can probably get that. 6 and a 3. I've been getting a lot of those. I can't do much adjusting or anything with these, so I got to kind of keep it around here. I might use the 3 here to get this coin. Oh, this is perfect actually. So I use a 3 there to get the coin. I will use the 6 here. And then I will use this 1 coin to use it as a 1 die here. And so I've successfully crossed off the numbers around this specific hex. I'm just going to put a check mark there so that I've done it. Then I get everything around it. So I get a pumpkin, coin, a heart. And I also get 2 stars. That's pretty cool. That's a good little like moving about that board there. So that's pretty sweet. Looking for a 1 and a 2 here. Trying to keep up on to get some stars here, because so far I have 2. I'm on track to get 2 more here, but I only have 3 more rolls, so I'm gonna have to act fast. But with 2 6s, you're not gonna get. It's not gonna be much. Oh man. Well, I mean, I can put a 6 there to get started on that one. Yeesh. That's a tough one. So yeah, I'll do that. I only have 2 more rolls though, so I'd have to commit to that. I do a 6 here. I rolled a pair, so I can use another. I can get another 6 out of the deal, which I will. I will do the 6 here to get a heart, and I'm going to spend 2 of these as the 6 here. We'll see how that goes. 2 more rolls, yeah. 5 and a 2. I'll do a 2, 5. Now, the 2 would go here, and I would be able to get a star, and that's worth something to me. The 5 I can go right there. I think we're good here. I think I can stop doing this one in terms of getting some stars. So I'm gonna do the 2 here, which will get me 2 stars because I got a star here, and these numbers add up to 12. And then I'll use the 5 here. So now I'm really only looking for a 2. Then I would get 1 more star from this. But we'll see how we go with the next, the final round. I could use a coin for a 1 over here, but it doesn't... Actually, I could put a 1 here. Let's do that. I'm going to cross this off. Put a 1 here. and then that will get me 2 hearts. And those 2 hearts are good because I can gain a die of the same value of either one rolled, so it'll let me use a third die regardless, which would be beneficial to these. Last roll, 5 and a 3. So I need a pumpkin. I can get one. And the reason why I need a pumpkin is I need to adjust one of these dice. Oh no, I need to adjust one of these dice. So, because I want to get this one ticked. So in order to do that, I have to go here with something. If I do a 5 here, that would get me the pumpkin. And then I can I have to use a 3 also. Use a 3 here, which give me 2 coins. But then I will use this to adjust the 3 to a 2 and tick this one off. That surrounds this one and this one. So that'll give me a pumpkin, a heart, and a coin, as well as 2 stars. So it won't be as big a score as last time, but I think we made some do here. So score the stars equal to the lowest score of the other 2 realms. So the lowest score is going to be this one. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the birds. I think I spread out too much, but I definitely have more squares filled out than 2. So I'll get 2 stars here. I only have 2 stars here, and then this one is as such. So I only get 4. I only get 8 for the round 2. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.8. Not sure if that's any good, but that's fine. So we'll keep those to the side. It's interesting. So this one has, I kind of erased with my thumb, but this one has you thinking a lot of, okay, I need to make sure I have enough squares here. So maybe only filling in 6 squares, because that'll never be lower than what you'll get here. As in, if you max both of these out somehow, you still need 6 squares filled here to get the maximum of 6. So the rolls weren't in my favor, but I do like this, especially on that one turn when I was able to complete 2 honeycombs in the same. Wingspan's always a good one. It's just a tough. You're focusing on needing the exact number, whereas this one, it has a few numbers, and this one you can put kind of a number anywhere, which is nice. So that's these 2. And let's erase these. Let's bring out the other 3. Ah, yes. So we have, slide this over a little bit. We have Euphoria, we have Between Two Castles, and we have Smitten. So Between Two Castles is an easy one to explain. You're going to fill the squares from the bottom up. Each number must be lesser than the one directly below it. So you want big numbers on the bottom. You want big numbers on the bottom, small numbers on the top. Gain resources when completing a column. And then you gain 1 star for each completed row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So each castle has 3 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once you complete rows, you get stars that way. And then Euphoria, which I don't know if I'm sure I've played it once or twice. This realm, either mark 1 number, or you may mark both numbers if a pair is rolled. The second realm die remains available for the other one. Gain a benefit based on the sum of that area. So every time you mark something, you're then getting something. So the first time I mark a 1 here, I would just get I would get a coin. Gain a benefit based on the sum of that area. After marking a number, if the sum of all marked numbers in that area, so these are areas, if the sum of all marked numbers in that area is between 4 and 10, gain a star. Max of 6 stars. You want this. These are areas, and we'll get to those. And then Smitten. Smitten's a cool game. It's a cool little game. Fill a card in either grid with the number. Then you may write the sum of both rolled numbered dice in a card in the other grid. Within each grid, no numbers may repeat. Gain the benefit when completing all cards sharing an intersection. You kind of want these 2 cards will give you a pumpkin. These 2 cards give you a pumpkin. These 4 cards will give you a star. You score 1 star per set of filled cards. And 1 star for completed grid. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you complete them all, it's 5, 6. So you want to fill a card in either grid with a number. Then you may write the sum of both rolled dice. With any number, though? No, with a rolled number. And then so in the case of me rolling 5 and 3, I could write a 5 here, and then the sum of both numbers rolled in a card in the other grid. No numbers may repeat, so I could put a 5 here and an 8 here. Like, no repeating numbers in here, because in Smitten there's cards 1 through 9 on both, and you can't have the same numbers repeat. Within each grid, no numbers can repeat, so that's pretty good. Okay, and then you gain the stuff. So it doesn't matter what number goes where, it just make sure that you don't have repeating numbers on these. Perfect. Okay. Let's do roll number 1 for the final round. 5 and a 3. I thought we just got that. So 5 and a 3. It's risky to put a 5 here because it already puts me in the star category here. Meaning if I fill a 5 here, it would get me a star no matter what. But then I'm cutting it close to getting. I need to do like a 5, a 3, and maybe a 2. So maybe I will do that. I just talked myself into it without knowing it. I'm gonna mark a 5 here. It's probably terrible. Those who are experienced legends at Rolling Realms are like, you're doing a terrible thing. But I like early stars. I'm gonna do the 5 here. And because I put a 5, I get whatever's here in the sum of. So the 4 to 10 gives me a star. Now I'm looking for low numbers here for the rest of the game. I have a 3 to use. I could use the 3 here, get me a pumpkin. Yes, it would get me a pumpkin. So I want low numbers. Oh no, you want high numbers here, but for this one it doesn't matter. I could put a 3 here to get a pumpkin. I will. Because nothing can go above it, and this is its own separate column. So I'll put a 3 there, gets me a pumpkin. And that's how I do that. 2 and a 4. The 2 is what I kind of wanted over here. A 4 I could use really anywhere. Let's do that 2 here, because now I have a 7. So the 7 sum gets me a star. After marking number, if also, yes, gain a max of 6 stars. So I really don't want to. I want to make sure I'm at least getting 3 stars from each grid. That's kind of what the plan is. So that's good for there. I got to use a 4. I'm going to use the 4 over here. I'll put a 4 on the top. It doesn't matter where you put this. So 4 here or 4 there, doesn't matter. But then I got to put I'll put a 7 here in this one. Because that's it's stupid. It's 6. 6, because you're adding these numbers up. So 4 plus 2 is 6. You write the sum in the other one there. It can't be the same. In a card, in a card, it doesn't say the same card. It just says no numbers can repeat. So that's good. So if I come here and complete this card, I would get a pumpkin. This card, I would get a pumpkin. If I complete all 4, it gets me a star. Same over here. 1 and a 5. I will do it like this. I'll do the 1 here, because that's 10. Or, well, it's not, it's 8. So between 4 and 10 is a star there. And then I'm going to put a 5 as a solid foundation here. I'm going to put a 5 here. That's nothing really doing with the getting of stuff in these, because I've kind of foregoed that here, and I haven't completed any columns yet, but I should start getting stuff now. 5 and a 3. I could again start going here and doing the same thing, getting ready to do stuff. Might do that. So I'm gonna go 5. I haven't rolled doubles yet. 5 would be this, another star, or yeah, another star. I'm gonna use the 3 here. That gets me 2 hearts. Because right now I have 1 star coming from here, but you don't score this until the end of the game. 6 and a 3. The 3 could be used here to get me a star. The 6 could be used right there. I might do that just because, I mean, it just seems like a good thing. I'm not too enticed by this just yet. If I do a 6 here, because that's going to get me a star at the end of the game. And then this 3 gets me a star right now. It's pretty good. Ask me. I can't use any of those yet. 6 and 3 again. So here's where we start working it out. So I shouldn't use them here, because then that would make me go over, and I want the full marks there. I could put the 6 here. What would I want? What would I want out of this? These are separate columns. If I put the 6 here, that's another completed row. And that's pretty good. So I might go with that. I'm gonna put the 6 there. And then I have a 3 to use. So I will maybe do 3 here. Then the sum of that is 9. We'll put a 9 there. I think that's pretty good. And that gave me a pumpkin and a heart. Okay. 3 more rolls. 5 and a 3. So again, can't use that. I could actually bump that down. I could bump that 3 down to a 2 and get that as a star, which I think I might do. And come with me on this little trip. I'll use these 2 pumpkins, make that 2 make that 3 a 2. Then I'll go there. And then that gives me this final star, because 5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10. I'm still within the stars there, so I've maxed that out. And then with the 5, I'm going to come over here and do this. If it's lower than a 6, I completed a column, and that'll give me 2 pumpkins. So use 2 pumpkins, gain 2 pumpkins, getting a bunch of stars out of the deal. So my priority now is to do the 2 rolls here, which will at least give me 2 stars, but we'll see what we can get. Because right now I'm doing pretty well here. I have 2 more rolls, and I can use them both here. Hopefully. Let's do the final 2 rolls. 6 and a 3. Maybe I don't use this dice tower anymore. So we'll see what happens. So if I do a 6 here, a 9 would have to go there. Oh shoot. Well, I guess you're kind of using any die you want. So if I edit one of these dice, if I do this a 2, this would now be an 8. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna bring this down to a 2. This 3, so it's gonna be a 2. The other die would be a 6, making the total 8. I'll put 8 here. Actually, I should put 8 up here. I'm gonna put 8 up here because that will give me 2 pumpkins. Then I have to use the 6 somewhere. I could use it right here. I could also use it here to get stuff. This is not this card's not over with here. I can still go over 11 now and get stuff. I don't know if I want stuff. I don't think I need to. I'm gonna go here. Because this was still, I'm still working well on this one. I'll put that 6 right there. Final roll of the game. 6 and a 3. Those things rolled through there, I promise. So I have to do something now. 5, 8. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change that 6 into a 5. Put the 5 here. I will then, the 5 plus 3 is 8, so the 8 will go there. That gives me 2 stars there. Because I completed this one and this one, so those are 2 stars. I still have a 3 to use, and I'll use the 3 here. Oh no, it must be lesser. It is, yeah. Each number must be lesser than the one directly below it. Yep, so I'll put the 3 here. That'll end up giving me a star as well. So that's fine. Let's see what we got going on here. So these are already scored out here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars for this one. I just needed 2 more numbers here to get 6. And then I have 2 stars here. So 6, 11, 13.3. Unless, yeah, because spending these to use another number here doesn't do me any good, so it'll be 13.3. So that in turn gives me a score of 20, 33, 33.3. So 33.3, 34.1, 34.9 was the score for all those. And we'll just do a quick recap of all the realms we visited today. Some might be a little dry erased from moving around, but we did all these. Look where we visited. We did Euphoria, Between Two Castles, Smitten, Charterstone, Between Two Cities, A Feast for Odin, Wingspan, Honeybuzz, Pendulum. If you're able to follow along with that, awesome. If you weren't, you can definitely, like I said, pick up the expansion, or sorry, the promo packs on Stonemeyer's website and have yourself a good time with it. Until then, my name's Brian. I'm going to come back in a little bit, either today or tomorrow, with a playthrough of Smitten, because I just happen to have it with me right here. So thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Cheers.